Hello there, it's Alison again. Nice to see you guys. It's been a while, but I did want to show you a gameplay video of us playing with the 4 new Mythical Creatures cards that are coming out very shortly. There might be a few spoilers already on the screen as to what cards are coming out there. I think there's a slight clue as to what we've got. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's go to Life on Land, Mythical Creatures. There you go, and let's have a look. So, the 4 new cards we've got a couple of limited rares. So we start off with Huma. This is from Iranian folklore, and Huma, amongst other very weird facets of its personality, never ever touches the floor. So, the ground, sorry. So it's a card that you never want to touch the board in that way. So when you have it in your hand at the start of each turn, a random card in your hand gains plus 13 power this round. It's important to note that it can hit Huma itself, so it's only effective 4 out of 5 times, really. And when it's played, it loses minus 70 power. So it's really one that you don't want to play, because then you're doing a 7-0. It's one card that you want to really, really keep in your hand. We've got the Wyvern as well. So the Wyvern is a type of dragon that only has 2 legs instead of 4 legs, and it also has an arrow point, usually at the end of its tail. It's found very regularly on coats of arms, so this is why it gives Unruly Rulers cards in hand a buff of plus 16 power for the rest of the round. We have a Gamayan. So this is another rainbow card. I know that people will be aware by now that we released Eros on Valentine's Day, which is a rainbow card that requires 2 of each album in your deck to give those the plus 20 buff. She is really good for a deck like that, but only if you've got 3 mythical creatures. So if your deck has 3 or more mythical creatures cards, give a random card from each album in your hand plus 23 power until it's played. So I've just been playing with it. It's really nice buff, and yeah, a really handy card. So I'm playing a rainbow deck today, but not with Eros. And we've also got Pegasus. So Pegasus itself is, well, everyone knows about Pegasus. It's the creme de la creme of mythical creatures, but there's some dodginess about his parentage. Like, there's not sure if maybe Poseidon's the dad, or maybe if Medusa's the mother and he was born from the gushing wound of her dying neck. We have no idea. It's not a nice thought, but it's how it goes. So that's why it does give mythical creatures a plus 25 power buff for 3 turns. And if your deck contains Poseidon or Medusa, you reduce their energy cost by 1 for those 3 turns as well. So up to 2 for both ones you have in your deck. It reduces their energy cost. I've made myself a deck using these. One of the problems with Mythical Creatures before is that it's a really cool collection with really cool images, really cool like subjects, but there's just no real synergy there for it, like their in-collection buffs. So this is a card that really gives you a reason to try and start playing some Mythical Creatures together. And yeah, I'll show you the deck that I've come up with myself. I know that it's not the best deck, and I know that it can be improved I just played a game with it, and I just know that it's not at its peak. I think it costs too much energy. I think it's too awkward to play because a lot of the cards give their best power for a round, or for example, Raccoon you have to play after you've played the Space Shuttle. But there were a couple of cards that I wanted to try out. For example, I wanted to try Agapornis, which came up very recently on Valentine's Day, the day before Valentine's Day, because that gives your Life on Land cards a buff if you've got 3 or more Arts and Culture cards. And I thought that worked quite well with Denise's Pickery Seahorse, because that gives your Mythical Creatures cards a buff if you've got 3 or more Festive Traditions cards, and vice versa. So what I've done is I've used 3 Festive Traditions cards to hit that 3 quota. I've just used Peace Apples, Christmas Wafer, and It's a Wonderful Life. As some obvious extras are Hippocampus. It's a card I use a lot in my Life on Land and Oceans decks. And I've added the 4 new ones, but not really maximising them. I really think it would be cool to try this in a more rainbow deck with Eros, and I think it would be really cool to see what it does in the Wyvern does in an Unruly Rulers deck. Obviously that's not doing anything in this deck, but I just wanted to play a game and show you the 4 new cards that we got here. So let's go to leagues. Here we go. Just a little wasp today. And let's see who we've got. Please forgive me for going quite quiet now. I find it quite hard to concentrate on talking at the same time. Keep waiting. Okay, we've got Out of Orbit. Our good friend Outer Orbit. Let's go. Aha, here we go. Gamayan. So there we go. She gives the 3 power to 3 different cards. That's not bad. An extra, what's that? 69 power. Okay. I'll put her. Problem with peace apples is because you're playing bots, not to my own horn, but I usually beat a bot so in 3 turns. So peace apples is only really useful on the 3rd round. Sorry. You'll see here, obviously, Humor. One of the problems with this deck, as I mentioned, is that like Humor, it is giving the plus 13 power to a random card, which is really cool. But I'm always so sort of, oh god, look, I told you it's too expensive, and now I'm having to play Heimdall in the 2nd turn, which I don't like. But Crystal Red Strip's just dead there. Rubbish turn, awful turn. Not happy with that one. I know that people could build better. That was unfortunate, but I know that people could do a better job than this. Oh, Crystal Red Strips on return. Yeah, okay, I was getting confused with Hippocampus. That is actually fine then. Obviously, I've not utilised them both as good as I should be, but okay, that's fine. Okay, play. Oh, goodness, look how much my cards are costing. At least we're getting an extra energy permanently. It's a bot beating me. Why are all my cards so expensive? What's going on? I wasn't even paying attention to what the bot was doing because I didn't think I'd have to. But now my cards are like the most expensive. Okay, back to normal. Phew. Cool, so obviously, start off with... I can't believe that just happened. RIP. I know that people are going to be building better decks than this. But yeah, get Space Shuttle out of the way. Stampede, I actually get to play on the 1st turn that time. Probably should have played it on the right, but what can you do? And we've got Raccoon that I can play next. Raccoon is one of my favourite cards because it buffs all of Life on Land, and I love Life on Land. So, here we go. Denise's Pygmy Seahorse, so good. And Pegasus, when we return that to the deck, we'll return that ASAP because of how much it gives a buff for. I know I'm not the best at placing my cards either, so if anyone has any tips for me, that would be really appreciated as well. There we go. Plus 25 power. Goodness, what a dream. Oh, look! Agapornis, so cute. Oh, and now I get to do it. I love it when you get to play Hippocampus. It doesn't make any difference where you play it, but I always play it in the middle because it buffs the other 2 cards. And it makes me happy to see it in the middle, giving those card buffs out. There we go. She's back in the game, boys. He was looking pretty strong on his own, you know. Even with a minus 70 at the end, he won't be too bad. So nice. Again, 3 buffs from Gamayan. Lovely. It's about to get expensive. Oh, I should play Peter. Dodgy decisions. Dodgy decisions. I do like Test Studio Formation though. I understand why people have been playing it for so long. I've never been able to get it. I got it very recently. And I've always had a problem with my decks being super cheap. So I'm actually super happy I've got it. And I can see why everyone else wants to play it all the time. I know it's not the most inventive card to put in a deck, but there's a reason it goes in everyone's decks, isn't there? Look at that. Oof. So again, not optimised with Heimdall on the 1st turn, but Crystal red shrimp, I like it when you go. Oh, I need to stop getting confused between crystal red shrimp and I'm just gonna play 2 cards. I think that'll be fine. Crystal red shrimp and hippocampus. I do it all the time. So I want to play crystal red shrimp first. That's the difference. Oh, and look how strong the boy is now. So I bet we can guess how I'm going to start this round. Cool. Wow. How much are we hitting? So obviously the first round was really unlucky. Now that it's cycling a bit better, it's a bit tidier. But that first round was so unlucky. So 1,000, 900, 1,000. Not bad to hit over a round, I don't think. God, life on land is just such a cute, so cute, isn't it? Look at them. I love him. And I think we've got this one. I think this one's gonna be it's gonna be pretty easy. Oof. I'm actually gonna play Huma. I know you're not supposed to, but look how strong he is. How could you assist? So let's do. Oh, let's actually. Oh no, I do like hippocampus too much. 613. Not a bad score to end on, you know. See, look, Huma picking up all those buffs. 275. That really isn't that bad, and I know that deck can be optimized further. So, obviously very exciting. I'm really excited about the new Mythical Creatures cards and the new Mythical Creatures deck. So I know this is a bot, but good game. Yeah, it's going to be great to play 4 new awesome cards. And I'm looking forward to seeing how you choose to play them as well. I'd like to see how you build your decks better than me. I know you can build better decks than me, and I really want to see how you guys manage to do that. But thanks for watching. Keep it cute, guys. Bye!